In any creative business, you're going to run into clients that are difficult to work with. They don't value your work, they have wild expectations, and they don't respect your time. In this video, I'm going to teach you how you can deal with these clients, and at the end, I'll tell you how you can even weed these people out before they become clients. Hey there, if you're new here, my name's Chris. I'm teaching you photography and how to start a creative business. I want to say a special hi to all my new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. You're running a successful creative business. Congratulations on building something that works. You've got handfuls of clients and most of them are awesome, but there are a few that give you headaches and make your life difficult. This is a common issue creatives run into when their business depends on client work. I've definitely run into my share of clients that are difficult, expect more than the project scope, and just are flat out rude. This video will teach you how to deal with difficult clients and how to screen potential clients so they don't take them on. First off, before we talk about dealing with clients, you need to be self-aware of where you are in your business. Have you been doing this for a while and you have a steady stream of clients, or are you just starting out and only have worked with a handful of people? Depending on your situation, your approach to clients will be different. If you're strapped for cash, you're gonna have to put up with a lot so that your business can get off the ground. Now, if you've been doing this for a while and you've got a steady income, that's awesome. You've got flexibility in the client department. I want to talk about one big principle, and that's the 80-20 rule, or the Pareto principle. I first learned about this in the book, The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. This is an incredible book and you should read it. Let me explain the 80-20 rule real quick. It simply states that about 80% of outcomes come from 20% of causes. An example of this would be 80% of your headaches come from just 20% of your clients. Another example, 80% of your income comes from 20% of your clients. Let's keep these two examples in mind and I'll dive into them in a bit. Now, there are loads and loads of examples of the Pareto principle in action. If you start looking at your life from this perspective, you'll notice it in all different areas. In the 4-Hour Workweek, Tim Ferriss talks about how 20% of his customers were causing 80% of the problems in his business. He did the nuclear option and fired those customers. He got rid of them. Now, this option is a bit extreme, but it could be something to consider. If you get rid of clients causing headaches, you can refocus all the extra time into acquiring new clients and they won't give you these problems. Let's be honest, difficult clients will slow down your business. And if there's a client that's detrimental to your business's growth, you may need to get rid of them. The time saved by losing these clients is really valuable for you as a business owner to continue building up your company. I mentioned earlier that 20% of your clients may account for 80% of your income. So if those clients that you're firing don't fall into this bracket, then it's a no-brainer to get rid of them. And honestly, from my experience, the clients that pay you more will be easier to work with. Check out this one reel I found by Ben Hartley. He shows a $500 client causing a lot of headaches, they're unsure, they don't trust you. Now a $5,000 client, they trust you and they're easier to work with. Now, before we go into all the less extreme solutions, let's clear up one thing. Don't break your contracts with clients. If you agree to a certain amount of work, you should follow through with this. Now, if the scope of the project goes beyond that contract, then yeah, you should definitely charge more for that. But if you agree to a 4-month retainer, then honor that contract. However, when the contract ends and the client wants to renew, then it's time to have that conversation with the client. If you're getting any value out of this video, please drop a like below. I love teaching this stuff and your support really helps me in the early stages of growing this channel. If you want to stay notified for future videos, please consider subscribing. Okay, so you have a client and they're a little micromanagey. They keep tweaking the creative work you do and they ask for constant revisions. They're difficult, but you can handle it. And you get a good rate from them. What do you do in this situation? First, you want to pinpoint exactly what you find difficult in this relationship. If they micromanage and want a lot of revisions, it's time to communicate new expectations with this client. When they ask you for a new project, you've got a few options. First, you can raise your prices. This is pretty easy to justify. You can just say, the previous project was outside the scope that we usually do. For future projects with a similar scope, we'll be charging 50% extra so that we can ensure that we deliver our best work. If you don't feel comfortable saying that, you can say something like, since our last project, we've had a lot of new clients come in, and that has really driven our rates up so that we can continue to do the best work possible. Raising your prices is a great option since it might actually filter out those clients without you having to fire them, or it'll give you more income for the work that you do. It's really a win-win situation here. Okay, so we talked about firing clients, we talked about raising prices. Another option is to redefine expectations and have a conversation with the client about what isn't working. Let's use the same example as before. The client loves to micromanage your work and they've got a lot of revisions they want to do with the creative work that you do. In this situation, you need to communicate that you work best when you're given more creative freedom to do the work. You're the professional here, you have the industry experience, and you want to deliver the best work possible, but at the same time, you feel hindered when your decisions are questioned. Just let the client know this, see how they respond, and if you get a negative response, that's alright, maybe try and continue the conversation, or maybe consider the nuclear option of firing them. If it's a client that wants constant revisions, price this into your next project. Make sure there's an area in your proposal and your contract that clearly state that any revisions more than one will have an extra fee to them. You'll be surprised at how low revisions you'll start to get now that there's a fee associated with those. Make sure that your proposal and contracts clearly state what's expected in the project and stay true to that. Now I want to talk about how to filter out bad clients before they even become your clients. Personally, I always get on the phone with potential clients before sending over any proposals for projects. This initial call helps both of us learn about what the expectations are moving forward. You can flat out ask questions like, what are your expectations for this project? Listen to their answer and ask any follow-up questions you may have. Another great question to ask is, what happened to the last photographer you worked with and why did you stop working with them? This can be a great question to see how the client treats the people they work with. Again, listen to their answer and ask yourself if you'd be a good fit for this project. Finally, when you do acquire that new client, make sure to take the time to learn their expectations. Either send them an onboarding form or a questionnaire via email to learn project specifics. Be sure to ask them for a mood board, then hop on a prep call to discuss the project details to make sure that everyone's on the same page here. Alright, so that's a lot of information we just went over. Let's go over everything that we learned today. The 80-20 rule, or the Pareto principle, is a powerful tool in analyzing your clientele. Remember that usually 20% of your clients give you 80% of your headaches. It's okay to get rid of these clients if they're hindering your growth and your business. Raising your price is a good way to earn more money or get rid of those pesky clients. Redefining expectations with your clients is a great way to improve your relationship with them. Adjusting your proposal with extra fees for revisions and work is a great strategy for reducing those revisions. And finally, screening clients before you take them on can help you get better clients. Alright, I hope you learned something today. I really appreciate you watching, and I think it's awesome that you're taking the time to learn more about the creative business. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps my channel out and allows me to make more of these. Alright, I'll see you on the next one.